Today is the 4th of July, and what I have here is gourd number 1. Okay, a Troyer horizontal gourd. And we've had some heavy rains for the past several days. So in my experience, what happens is with purple martins, they all have nest mites. And it's easy enough to deal with the mites in the birdhouse, okay? It's a different thing when they're in the gourds. So what you have here, if you look at my fingertip, you'll see a mite walking around. If I see even a one mite here too, crawling around on the outside, I realize that the nest has gotten wet and it causes the mites to come out. And the problem is if all the mites flush out of here, they're going to crawl in and they're going to infest the rest of the house. So this is what I do. You see why it's red around there? That's from the blood that the mites have been sucking on. I feel them crawling on me already. So this is what I do. I remove the babies. And there's one. There's two. I put them in a box. Parents don't like it when that happens, when they start screeching. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's a total of 5. Alright, so all 5 of them go in here. Put the lid down on them. And then what I do, yeah, and it's soaking wet. Into a bucket. Now you can do one of 2 things when you do this, when you change out a nest like this. You can hose it down, spray it down. You can use a bleach solution in a spray bottle. For brevity's sake, I'm not going to do any of that, but you can see it's awfully wet. This actually isn't really infested too bad. So under normal circumstances, I'll just take an old towel and just kind of dry it off in there a little bit. But I don't have it with me at the moment. So what I do is I take this. This is a dispenser bottle. This is a Perinthian powder. This is a poultry dust. Go to your local farm store and get a poultry dust. This is safe on birds. People say, oh, you can't do such a horrible thing. You know what? There's a reason. Purple martins are in decline, right? So if they're in decline, do whatever you can to help them out. This is not going to hurt these birds. Regardless of what all the organizations and the experts tell you, the old timers used to use 7 dust. Well, they made 7 dust illegal. So you can't use 7 dust anymore. You can't even, it's hard to find. I have found it, but I wouldn't spend the money on it. It's way too expensive. I buy a Perinthian dust. It's for poultry. And I'm sorry, but birds are birds. I mean, I don't care if it's an ostrich, hummingbird, whatever, there's mites on here, So what I do is I just take this brush and I just, not brush, but this bottle, and I just give it a little squirt like that. That's all. And then I go in here, grab a handful of white pine needles. And white pine needles are great because they're water resistant. And then I just grab the babies. There they are. 1, 2. People say, oh, you're so rough. Oh. 3, 4. And number 5. In you go. End of story. The other thing you could do is you could get take rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle and spray the inside of it, and that'll kill all the mites and everything too. So, and then there's the detritus from the old nest. What I do with this stuff, when I'm done with it, I'll make a pile of it and I'll burn it. I don't do it in my yard because I don't want the chickens getting these mites. You don't, if you got poultry, if you keep, I don't care if you got quail, I don't care, you do not want your domestic birds to get these mites. Good morning. So I will burn this. So, all right. So now we have a clean gourd, and I'll go off to the other gourds here and see what we got to do here. Sometimes not all of them will be wet. It depends on the direction of the driving wind, right? And the problem with most birdhouses, if you look at this, the water will run off here, right? It's going to run off down here. See the little dip? And run right down and go right into the hole and soak the gourd. And the other gourds, I've been experimenting with a baffle to prevent this. So anyway, that's how I change the nesting material on a gourd. Till next time.